Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my channel. My name is Clearly Stated. I did tell you that I wanted to share my journey and share what I'm going through in my life transformation at the very first video that I did for you guys. And this is more or less a continuation of that. I just want to let you know how I'm doing personally and how my transformation is working out for me. Well, the past week has been a very interesting week for me. Um, And basically, what I'm learning right now is the power of my strength, the power of my decisions, the power of my choices. All these things are very critical to the process of my transformation. So, um, for somebody who, well, we'll start with, so last year in 2024, I don't know, because these videos, who knows how long they're going to be out there. So, yeah, last year in June of 2024, I'll just give you a little bit of a story. I had been talking to myself for the past couple of years about quitting smoking. It was something that I'd started doing when I was 13 years old. And it was something that I did every day. I did try a couple of times in my mid 30s, early 40s to quit, and lasted maybe a day or two or whatnot. Never really lasted long enough. But anyhow, last year in June, June 1st, 2024, after spending several months just basically waking up every day and telling myself, you're going to quit this, you're going to have to stop this, it's not good for you, you've been doing it for way too long, and my lungs were impacted, you know what it is, right, you smoker. Anyhow, I'd been telling myself for quite some time that I was going to quit smoking, and I never really, but I'd been every day I'd wake up and say the same thing. So I was programming my brain for quite some time that this was going to be a choice that I was going to make. So I did. One step at a time. I was realistic about the whole thing, and I knew that it was going to impact, uh, but I just didn't know when. So I just left it at that, and every day I'd say the same thing. Yeah, you gotta quit, blah blah, whatever. So anyway, June 1st of last year, 2024, I woke up. I think this was a Saturday morning actually, and went through my regular routine. You get up, you go to the bathroom, you make your coffee, step outside, and sit down and have a cigarette. Well, I went through my routine, and lo and behold, I stepped outside, grabbed my cigarettes, looked at my pack, looked at the cigarette, looked at my lighter, looked at my coffee, and I just went, I'm done. Anyway, I'm done. And I stepped inside, and from that day on, I decided that that was it. I was done. Um, and that was the last time I smoked a cigarette. So, and I haven't smoked since. We are now July 19th, 2025, and I've yet to have a cigarette since. So, when I seen that that worked, I understood that I'm not as weak as I thought I was. I'm not as I'm not as weak. We've been told, you need patches, you need doctors, you need medication. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's literally the power of your thoughts, the power of the choices that you make. You give it power or you give it weakness. That's entirely up to you. So once you make a decision, it's as easy as just sticking to it. You know how easy it is to break that decision and that choice that you made? Well, it's just as easy to hold on to it. They just got you believing that you're not that strong and that you can't hold on to those choices and decisions, and you can. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm transforming in my own rate, my own version. And I'm a functioning alcoholic, and I have been for years. I do your typical work during the day, drink at night. What I'm going to say, 99.9% of the population pretty much does. Okay, maybe not that big of a group, but anyhow, you know what I mean. Until, again, I made a decision. And with that decision, I'm 100% getting the power of my strength, the power of my decision making, the power of my thoughts. I have power over my own choices. I am not weak. And last night, for the first night, yesterday actually, for the first day, in a week of not drinking, again, choice decision made. Yesterday afternoon, for some odd, strange reason, after a week, I said, oh, you know what, maybe tonight's, it's Friday night. Just finished work, you had a good week, and, it's your first week of quitting. Go get yourself a bottle. Went across the street, spent more money than I should have, got myself a bottle of wine, brought it home yesterday morning, well, early afternoon, I should say, put it in the fridge. Went back to work, did my thing, thinking about my bottle. When I finished work, I'm like, yeah, I got my bottle of wine, I'm ready to go after work. Time comes, finish work, sit down, relax. And again, just like I made the decision to go and pick the bottle of wine up, buy it and bring it and put it in the fridge. It's just as much as I made a decision. I didn't need that bottle of wine last night. And I didn't drink it. It's sitting in the fridge. And you know how powerful it was to sit there knowing that it's sitting in the fridge? And I didn't drink it. That's powerful. I'm not saying I'm never going to drink wine again. That's not at all what I'm saying. But it has to start somewhere. The choices that we're making, decisions, everything has to start somewhere. And if we're going to start anywhere, I think the biggest step we need to do is start with understanding power, the power of our choices, the power of our thoughts and our decisions. It's a decision. It's a choice not to drink, not to aim for that substance. It's a choice and a decision not to give in to that very clear, unfavorable desire to do something that you know is just not going to be good for you. So I'm coming to my closing. I just want to say, trust the power of your choices. Trust the strength in that choice, in that decision. Trust the strength you have to control your own life, control your own decisions, your own choices. You have the power to do that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning into my channel. This is Vibrating Minds, and my name is clearly stated. Until next time, thank you.